All right. Good morning, or actually afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. If you hear me, clap once. If you hear me, clap twice. All right. Welcome, everyone. And can I get a happy Earth Day? Great. So, hi, everyone. My name is Mike Locke. I go by he and him. And I'm with the group OCA East Bay, which is the East Bay chapter of a national organization called OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates. We are a national civil rights organization that tries to, in Asian communities, promote representation and equal rights and all that fun stuff. Bottom line, we worked on hate crimes before it was trendy and before there were hashtags. You know, stuff like that. But anyways, we've been doing this Pick It Up program for about 6 years. And it's not just myself, and there's Mike Moon, one of our board members, but it's through a lot of community support and all of you that to make this happen. And the Pick It Up program we've been doing for the better part of 6 years as a way for people to not just pick up trash, but to feel ownership and connection to their community. Right? That civic engagement is more than just about voting. Although voting is super important, but it's not just about voting. Right? So, you know, with that, you know, it's great to see so many folks here, and there are some more folks coming. Actually, for OCA, we just had the first national board meeting in 2 years, and it's actually happening here in Oakland, Chinatown. And they're going to be, some of the chapter leaders from other parts of the country are on their way over, right? But we're going to get started because we've got a great group here. Is everybody ready? All right. So we are going to start off. I'd love to welcome our council member, council president for this district, Nikki Fornado Bass, who represents this area. And yes, council president.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? So there was a cleanup yesterday. This is my 4th cleanup this weekend. Happy Earth Day. It's amazing to see all of you out here. We can show our love for our community, our love for Oakland by keeping our community clean, beautiful, and safe. I'm Nikki Fortunato Bass. I'm proud to represent you at City Council, including Chinatown, and also serve as your council president. And outside of saying welcome and thank you for being out here and volunteering on this beautiful day, I also want to share with you that so many folks, including Mike and others at Asian Health Services, many other community organizations have been working with my office to make sure that we rename Madison Park in honor of the wonderful, the late Supervisor Wilma Chan. So I want to just deeply thank the community for working to make sure that we remember her legacy, and on May 3rd at City Council we will be honoring her legacy and voting to rename this park and really just continue to activate it for events like this that bring us all together for Chinatown. So thank you for being here.
Let's give another round of applause for our great council president. And again, this effort's, you know, almost 6 years, and this is our 3rd Earth Day that we've done. I think last year, actually, with Council President Bass, we did this in the pouring rain, and we're like, we're not going to let this stop us. So we're really glad that it's, among other things, warmer. But this effort is not just OCA's. You know, OCA, we do some of the right work, but it's because a lot of you, and some of you all represent orgs, and it's okay if you don't. I wish I could name all of you, but just wanted to shout out some of the groups that are here, right?
Not you. Yep.
Oh. Anyways, so some of the groups that are here, there are some folks from Asian Health Services. Give them a hand. There are folks from Asian Pacific Environmental Network, APEN. This wing of people next to me are from Asian Youth Services Committee. We have our folks from Circle K at UC Berkeley here. Let's give them an applause anyways. All right, international students at Berkeley. Asian American students at Haas at UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley is in the house. Go Bears. And let me see if I get this name right. But the Yu Ming Charter, like Changemakers. Is that? So it is so great here to have such a big group, but also multi-generational. We got folks of all ages here wanting to help out. And as Council President mentioned a second ago, originally, this was only going to be the only Earth Day event. But there was an outpouring of support that there were 2 cleanups that also happened in Chinatown yesterday and Friday, right? And each of them picked up a whole bunch of bags, right? And somebody was telling me, Mike, are you worried about there not being enough trash by Sunday if folks are doing this, for other 2 days? And for 6 years, that really hasn't been a problem for us, right? There have been people who have been at meetings and said, oh, I was just in Chinatown and I don't see any trash in the community. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And somebody asked that person, were you walking or were you driving? And that person said they were driving, right? So a lot of the stuff that you can't see from driving in a car, right? But with so many people today, we are going to try to hit every corner of the blocks that we consider Chinatown. And, with all the cleanups that happened, we're gonna try to give Chinatown a deeper clean. It's like when you go to the dentist, your teeth will be at least a bit cleaner for a while, right? Just wanted to highlight some of my fellow OCA colleagues from here. Some of these folks are from other parts of the country, from the OCA National Board, right? So they're helping out in our community today. Let's give them a round of applause. We got Bree from New York, Eric from Central Virginia, Kendall from Seattle, and I'm really sorry, I don't remember the other one. But there are folks from New Jersey, New York, other folks coming, and they wanted to come help out today. All right. Last thing to say is, with all this people power, this is also a way to address some of the safety concerns that folks have had in this community, right? And I've heard from people, as I'm sure some of y'all here, some people are feeling a little cautious sometimes about coming to Chinatown, and that's understandable, right? But the people who live here and work here, they don't have that option, right? So y'all being out here today really means a lot to them and means a lot to the rest of us. I'm sure it means a lot to Council President Das. So really, just being out here is our way of showing love and solidarity and strength in numbers. So with that, just saying is that, no one is expecting anyone here to, be a peacekeeper and get in the middle of anything. But, Earth Day is all about looking out for each other. You take care of the earth and it takes care of you, right? So just be safe and look out for one another out there, right? So last but not least, in a sec, we are going to assemble folks in the groups, and I have different zones in Chinatown, that we're gonna send folks to. For especially the folks we have very young folks and not so young folks. We're gonna send folks into, areas that are lower risk, like don't have to cross the street as much, stuff in the parks. And really, there's not gonna be any shortage of stuff. For those of you who have helped us out before, what have we not picked up on some of these pick-it-ups? We actually have a tire on the corner there already. But we have picked up car bumpers. We have picked up couches. We have picked up more boba cups and cigarette butts than I care to count. But however much you can do today, is very much appreciated, right? So before we break folks up into teams, we'd like to try to do a group picture, if that's cool. So maybe on that side, like facing this way.
Like using the steps.
Group picture. Go over that
So,
way.
That means you have to stand in the front.
Official equipment. Love it.
All right, compose together for a group picture over that way. Facing those folks. That way. That way.
Oh, shit. Run,
hey, how you doing?
They've been doing good kind of stuff for Victor does so many community house, among other things also with the local CSCA.
Yeah, there's no school bottom. So each camera has a microphone.
All right, so we started breaking up folks into groups, and please, don't be strangers. If you want to join up with some other folks, everyone here are nice people.
For the Cantonese and Chinese, I will be in charge in Zone 4, Jackson to Harrison, 9 to 12. So if anybody wants to participate, I will be here. 廣東話同埋國語咧，如果你哋想參與咧，我會喺度，我姓葉嘅。咁咧，我哋會喺Jackson 掃到 Harrison 9街至12街，唔該晒，thank you。
So folks to start grabbing stuff. Right. Also in there are some, there's not enough for everybody, but there's a few, t-shirts, Earth Day t-shirts from the city of Oakland, and some green Oakland Proud hats. So have at them. And when y'all are ready, you guys can come this way if you haven't been given a group assignment. So could Asian Americans at Haas Business School come over here for a sec? Also, people, in each team, could we have one person just like taking some photos, action shots, things like that, really messed up stuff that you see. My number is on the thing, but every time we do one of these, we send a report to the city, to the council member, to Public Works, to also remind them we're doing their work for them, right? So please, take some cool pictures, selfies, and in addition to posting on the gram, please, maybe text them to me. Thank you.
stage, we're going to try and stick together and go with the little kids as a group over to Lincoln Park, which is like 2 blocks that way. So if we want to meet at the corner here on the stairs, and we'll get all the little kids to cross the street in bulk, all together. Okay. So get your pickers and your trash bags and your gloves and your vests, and we'll head over to that corner and cross the street together.
I don't think we're going to be able to catch up. Some of those guys are ducked. Leave a bag for these guys.
Jason, Elaine's here. I'm a quipper.
Well, you can go ahead.
Oh, Elaine's here? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Stay there.
Who's part of
Yeah.